My dearest apologies. She's only a year old. Actually, I take that back. She's 2. Isn't that right? Stay there. Well. Look who we have here. Excuse me. Just need to reassess myself here. Just got promoted. And let me tell you the benefits here. To die for. Alright. Let me get this opened up here. Don't say anything. I know. It's a lot to process. It's knowing where you are. That's mine. Do not touch my things. We'll get that part up. Thank you very much for understanding that. Alright. Hello. I am Loki of Loki of TVA. You can see that. And I am burdened with glorious purpose. Now I know you may be wondering, what is going on and why am I here? Don't worry. You are here for a reason. Mainly because you did something that you shouldn't have done, but somehow you ended up here. You are in human resources. You see, the TVA, to make it short, have deemed you guilty, but you pleaded innocent. And they sent you here with me. And I'm going to try my best to prove your innocence. Yes. Now, I want to know everything about you. That's correct. Everything. But here's the thing. If you lie to me, and I'll know, I can't help you. You see, we have everything on file here of what you said and what you've done. But there seems to be a small error, and I want to know where that error lies. Do you understand? You understand? Mr. McFly. I feel like I've heard that name before, but no worries. Let's move on. So, Mr. McFly, where do we start? Yes. From the beginning. Tell me all about yourself. And in rather, how should I say, specific detail. I want everything on record here. So we can help you. Of course. That is my job in human resources. So, the beginning, please. Now, I'm not only going to write this, as soon as I write this down, I'm going to process it and send it back to the TVA. Alright? Good. So, where do we start? Mr. Marty. Okay. It's funny, your file here is labeled Back to the Future. And you've done this more than once. To the future. Okay. So, interesting. Very good. So you believe that your life in your timeline before you jumped was incorrect? No. Interesting. There is the first error. You believe it is incorrect what you did. Interesting. On record. That there. Stay there. Don't move. Remember, if you move or run any tricky games, I will know. Trust me. I've tried before. Tried. Justified. Innocent. Until proven. Are you thirsty? Here. Have some water. Made you a cup. And I got myself one too. Fresh water. Very well. As we are. Yes. Okay. There must be a reason for that. Your file says otherwise. Because here... Okay. Go on. So you go back to the past. I don't understand. Give me one moment to process. But your file is named Back to the Future. Is that correct? No, there must be more ahead. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Yes. You go to the past to rewrite the future, you say? Past, back, interesting. Future, one. And then you see your father in the past. Okay. Was he what you expected to be? Expected. Yes. Okay. Interesting. Okay. We're doing good. You're actually doing really good in these files, these reports. So far, so good. Yes. So, moving on from your father being a total weakling, your mother, on the other hand, did you also meet your mother? Yes. Okay. You see, there... if you may. Sorry. So, these new computers. Actually, they're new, but they're old. They're very outdated. See, unfortunately, we have the problem right there. You went back in time to the past and you interacted with your father and your mother. By the gods. It's not looking good. Not gonna lie. You see, in doing so, you've altered the future. So when you went back, I'm assuming to your present time, everything was changed. Okay. See, that is where we intervene. That is also another reason why you are here. Do you understand that now? For your crimes? But you pleaded innocent. I don't understand. No worries, no worries. Don't. I have not given up on you yet. I'm sure there is a reason why. There's always a reason. Henceforth, the reason why I am here in this new position. So, it's not looking good. Keep going. So you interacted, not only your mother, but your father. And so, you go to this dance. You want your father from the past to go to this dance. Yes. With your mother. In doing so... Wait. What did you say? But... but she's your mother. Why would you do that? It's kind of weird. Oh. Okay. You named yourself Calvin Klein instead of exposing your identity, and later on... Interesting. See, that we can work with that. We can definitely work with that. Okay. We can definitely use that with the timekeepers. Now, I know timekeepers... Okay. We'll get to that later, after we finish here with your report. The timekeepers. No. Oh, Mobius, where do you get a load of this one? Okay. Moving on. So, your plan is to get them together at the dance so that you can go back to the present, because in doing so, you have caused a rift in your sacred timeline. Yes. Alright. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to... Stay right there. Hang tight. Okay, back forward / doing so sacred timeline ruin the parents. Okay. Very good. Okay. Doing so much. Carry on. So this is your plan. Sounds like it could work. Sounds like it could work. But you also referenced a bully of your father's at the time. And in your current timeline, this bully was your father's boss. So in doing so, he tries to make a move on your mother of the past. Interesting. But you want to make your father look like the good guy, the hero of the story. But you were supposed to be there in your plan, but you weren't there because you were hidden in the... Wait, you were hidden in a trunk. Interesting. Okay. But at the same time, why were you at the dance playing music? You were playing music that wasn't of their time yet. You even said what? They're not. Guess you're not ready for that. Wow. That may have caused another rift in another timeline for your sake. Excuse me. Played Chuck Berry, Johnny E. Good. No, we can work with this. there's a way you try and redeem your timeline. If so, continue. Tell me now. Okay. Good. Carry on. Mm-hmm. Good. 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 Very good. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. So you save the timeline and you go to the watchtower to restart the time machine in which you came in. And in doing so, you go back to the present, changed your timeline for the greater of man, for the greater of your life. This also did a great thing for the world, is what it seems you... Wow. World hunger ended. In doing so, okay. Peace on the Middle East. Interesting. There's more. I could have had a full case with this. I could have done... Why did you tell me more? Your file didn't have that. Great. I have to go back and fix that error. Fix that in time. You know what it feels. So far you've said all these. I may need another drink. Another, you say? Have you ever heard of the Avengers? Good. Let's keep it that way. So, Back to the Future 2. So there is something wrong with your kids. Do you want to elaborate on that? So they do something that causes them to go to imprisonment, and you want to stop that. I'm fairly sure in the future imprisonment doesn't take that long, unless you're on good parole for good behavior, or, I'm sorry, if you're on good behavior, they release you early. And knowing your children, and seeing you for who you are, standing in front of me in your first file, you seem like a good man. I like that, but I don't know why you went back to the future this time. Back to the future. My God. You went forward into the future. Very well, move on. Moving on. So you go to the future. You save the accident from happening. Well, that's good. But in doing so... Wait. What? You're telling me someone followed you into the future? Took this book, and then they went back into the past and rewrote your timeline? What's this person's name? That's it? 3 syllables? Biff? Hilarious. Well, mine's 4, but 3 syllables. God, I can't even do grammar properly. 3 letters, not syllables. Anyhow, mine's only 4. L-O-I-K-I. 5. What? 2. Biff. This Biff, you say, did all that. So in doing so, you return to the past, but somehow you end up in a different past. So the time machine had an error of miscalculations. And so now your time is interesting. So not only is your father and your mother together, your father was murdered. And this Biff is married to your Wow. Give me a moment, I have to really just hold this down. This is heavy. So what do you do? Interesting. Wow. The waiting game. You go to the rooftop. And your father, this Biff, chases you to the top. Threatens you. Wow. Some father. Even though he wasn't your father, but either or. Neither was my father. My true father. Although he raised me like one. My father's name was Odin. Do you know of Odin's son? How about Asgard? I guess it's for the better you don't know. How about Thor? Do you know of Thor? Good. Okay. So in doing so, you somehow rewrite that timeline. But it gets a little confusing here because you go back to the past. What? You didn't mention anything about a doctor. A scientist and a doctor. What's his name? Doc Brown. One thing. I told you not to lie to me. So you were saving that for the last. So he was helping you? And so in doing so, you go back to the past because he was murdered. But you go too far into the past to where you're a cowboy. Is that what you were saying? You're going too fast now. Okay. Interesting. So, you're in the Western times of these cowboys, and now you are trying to rewrite the past in order to save Doc. Is that correct? Doc, you call him Doc. And in doing so, you do all these things. Okay. You recharge your DeLorean time machine, but it's not. It needs a push. You use the first ever railroad, and the train used. You put the DeLorean in front of the train, and you weren't afraid of anyone seeing that? Well, it doesn't matter if you kept it hidden in a cave. Well, when you took it out. This is bad. Okay. Okay. Mr. McFly, I believe yes, I believe you are innocent. These files prove your innocence, because from my conclusions, let me put this first into the systems, and oh, wait a load of this, Mobius. Oh, Miss Minutes, you too. Hopefully these timekeepers, once they get this file in, they'll see that they will have underestimated me, Loki of Asgard. You are innocent. Well, all of this was made possible, was created, was this would have never have happened if it wasn't for, you know? Come on, say it. Say his name. Absolutely. Doc Brown. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have been able to prove your innocence. It should be him that I should be talking to, face to face. Unfortunately, we may have made an error in this file of yours, and that I am I would say proud of my own self. Pats on the back. I did it. I solved your case. We can prove your innocence, which we've done now. This all was... Yes. This isn't your fault. This is the Doc's fault. He should be the one standing trial, not you, Mr. McFly. And unfortunately, we may have to reset your timeline. But don't worry. It'll be as if nothing happened. Well, I would say it was a pleasure. But for your sake, I don't know if you want to return to your normal life before it was changed. Yes. Well, at least it's either that or out of existence. We can always switch you for another variant. Yes, indeed. Yes. Mr. McFly, it was an absolute honor. Yes. Don't worry, the door is right there. As soon as you step out, you will be leaded by a couple of TVA authorities, And, yeah, don't worry. Just know that whatever happened, happened for a reason. And just be happy that it happened. And it never ended. No, sorry. Don't be sad it's ending. Be happy that it happened. Absolute honor. Thank you for coming. For having me.